Greetings, and boy, do I have some bad news for you if you play Dota 2. So, I don't want to belabor anything, let's get right into it. I was watching Arteezy's stream. Arteezy says, new matchmaking, leaving the ghoul queue Thursday. Very interesting title, such wow and such insightful. So, this kind of prompted a full-scale investigation on my part, and I come to find out Valve is implementing these changes tomorrow to Immortal Draft queue. Let's check them out. Immortal Draft will not take place unless one person in the lobby is 8,500 MMR instead of the previous 6,500 MMR threshold. This should, a lot of people have been saying for a while, Immortal Draft has been like deflated in value because of, in part, you know, win trading, but more importantly, like the double down tokens. MMR has become inflated drastically, and so Immortal isn't worth as much. And so this will be a recalibration, a rubber banding effect, so to speak, to try to get that in line more, to get Immortal Draft more in line with being a smaller, reflective of a smaller percentage of the player base. Then we got this line: matches in this mode in Immortal Draft will no longer be displayed in public match history, will not be accessible via web API, and only participants will be able to download replays. So, you know, we can read the rest of these, but like, damn, that is a absolutely damning line if you happen to run a website called Dota 2 Pro Tracker, which many people use and rely on for pro tracking, for up-to-date professional Dota 2 public game information. Here, in case you don't, in case you play Dota 2 and you are not familiar with a website like this, my favorite is Pro Tracker. I'm not sponsored by Pro Tracker. Some of you guys asked me about that back in the few weeks or whatever that I was making Dota content again. I've never been sponsored or in any way, shape, or form collaborated with Pro Tracker besides reaching out to their website guy and making content and then mentioning their website. So it's purely like not really a business collaboration. I'm not making money. I'm not making money for them. I'm just making YouTube videos and using their statistics. But they are an incredible Dota 2 statistics aggregator and my personal favorite. Websites like these, however, and strats and stats aggregating websites stand to lose out dramatically with this line right here on like, again, they're losing out dramatically. They are losing a significant pool of professional matchmaking data. I don't know how they're going to make up for that. I don't know if they're going to be able to make up for that. I don't know if they're going to be able to exist any longer because they're not going to be able to get replays. Dota, Valve, they make all of their information public. You can access it via their API, via their Steam API. If you want to finagle with it, anybody can. You could. Anybody could access anybody's information in a publicly recorded game by prompting Valve for that data. Now that won't be possible for immortal-level games, which means that websites like Dota 2 Pro Tracker, Strats, etc. will not be able to aggregate this data en masse or even at all. I say en masse as the definite thing. Like, there's no shot that there will be... I can't imagine an automated system existing that just pulls pros' data now. Because if they're going to gather data, it looks like it's going to have to be from pros downloading their own replays onto their machines and sharing those replays with the website creator via direct download links so that they can download that on their hard drive so that then they can record that data. Like, it's just not going to happen, that kind of file sharing system. That's way, way too inefficient. So again, sans that, I think the information is just not going to exist, and it's not going to, it's going to mean that websites like this will not be able to exist. Now, that being said, we got Dota 2 Pro Tracker will continue, as you may have heard. Valve's recent update to Immortal Draft matchmaking makes it very hard, if not impossible, to access data of Dota matches above 8,500 MMR. However, Dota 2 Pro Tracker will continue its mission to provide updates and insights to the Dota 2 meta using different sources of data, helping players of all skill levels to better understand the meta. Stay tuned, updates will come soon. The fact of the matter is this, and it's simple, that websites like this will continue to operate in some capacity and it's very, very sad to say this, they just will not be what they were. They will be not what, I don't even want to say a shell of their former selves. I'm not even, like, again, I love Dota 2 Pro Tracker. This is my favorite stats aggregating website for Dota. It's the only one that I use, and I stand by it wholeheartedly as like the #1 tool if you're trying to upgrade your game and get better at Dota. I guess while time lasts, you should be using Dota 2 Pro Tracker to download pro replays and watch what they do in game on heroes that you care about, that you want to learn. It's the #1 way to improve. I've always said this time and time and time again. It's the hard way. It's the ugly way. You know, it's not fun. It can be fun. Honestly, I enjoyed doing it when I was taking Dota very seriously and I was trying to climb. I enjoyed watching pro replays because it was something I was passionate about. I like seeing people that are better than me at a thing do that thing better than me. So it can be fun in that respect too. I'm not trying to ramble or make this into a Dota 2 Pro Tracker appreciation video because, again, Dota 2 Pro Tracker is, for as much as I do personally appreciate them, they are a dime a dozen. It's like all of these websites stand to basically lose a significant draw, a significant appeal of them, of why we went to these websites, of why we cared about the information that they had to present. And it's kind of sad it's incredibly sad to see them go, to see them all essentially go. Let's look it up just for clarity's sake, I guess. Dota buff. They haven't made an official statement about how they're going to continue to operate. Dota buff, to be fair, doesn't focus as much on pro replays. A big portion of Dota is just Dota buff is aggregating public matchmaking data, pro or not. And so I see Dota buff maybe being largely unaffected. But like, what about strats, Dota 2? Are they going to stay up? They're not actually addressing the issue. This video is pretty early. I'm mostly here to announce this information for you in case you weren't aware. But yeah, these websites are going to lose a significant portion of their data, and that data is the data that you cared to check them out for. Not gonna lie, it's honestly kind of sad to see this era of Dota 2 go. It wasn't here forever. OGs will remember how hard it has been in the past historically of Dota 2's early days to aggregate pro data. So Pro Tracker was a new invention. I thought it'd be here for the rest of Dota 2's lifespan, but apparently Valve had other plans. It's unfortunate to see it go, but I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in the future. And until next time, GG's.